Hey, Shalom Israel. Welcome back to Wednesday night class. Good to see everybody in person and good to see everybody online. Shout out and shalom to Stream of Wisdom, Rochester, New York. Stream of Wisdom, Houston, Texas. Stream of Wisdom, Norfolk, Virginia. Shout out and shalom to Cabo Cabo in Guatemala and his congregation. Shout out to Amiatza in London. Hope he's doing well in his family. Shout out and shalom to everybody that watches us online throughout the 50 states or whoever watches us abroad. Hopefully we can fellowship one day. And hopefully we can learn something and edify the body as much as possible. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get on this this portion of Unbecoming Cain. This may be the last piece. This may be the last piece that. No, it's not the last piece. I take that back. It's not. There's like at least another portion of this Unbecoming Cain series. But there's a lot of things we're learning. Last week. We looked at what does it mean to be removed from holy oversight and how scary that is. So let's pick up this real quick. Genesis chapter 4 verse 14, and let's go ahead and read that and touch base on kind of like that wasn't last week. Award actually taught Wednesday of last week, but 2 Wednesdays ago. Let's get that Genesis chapter 4 verse 14, and now if you could get Job chapter 20 verse 11. Yeah, go ahead.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
He says what?
And from thy face shall I be hid.
So that's a scary thing, is to be hid from the Lord's face. And we talked about what that means last week. That means that you are no longer corrected by the Most High. That you are rejected and uncorrected by the Most High. And give me that Job chapter 20 verse 11.
Job 20 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
20 and 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
So why would somebody's bones be full of the sin of their youth? That means that the sin of their youth never went anywhere. That means I never changed. I still carry the sin from my youth. Meaning I never repented. I never evolved, and I never grew. So I'm the same person. So that means that if I don't change, the mistakes I made can stay with me. So when we look at Cain, the mistakes that Cain made, he never repented for them. So read that again.
Job 20:11. His sins are full of the sin of his youth.
And if we don't change, if we don't repent, then therefore we leave ourselves liable to be rejected by the Most High. So the objective that the Most High gave, or the opportunity the Most High gave Cain, was a chance to confess his faults and confess his sins.
And if it's full in his bones, then there's a sense of permanence.
Yes.
There's a sense of permanence. His bones are full.
Okay.
I mean, this person's completely encapsulated in their negative to the point where they're complete in their negative.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that we look at as how the Most High judges somebody who is completely overwhelmed in what they've been doing, and they haven't taken the time to repent since their youth. Jump up to verse 19 for me.
And Job?
Yeah.
Job 20 and 19. Because he hath oppressed.
And when you look at Cain, what did Cain do when the Most High told him that he was cursed from the earth and the Most High hid his face from him? Did he repent? Did he try to make an opportunity to make way to come back to the Father?
No.
What did he do?
He hath oppressed.
He became a bigger what?
Oppressor.
He became a bigger oppressor. He doubled down on his sins with no idea and no accountability to repent whatsoever. So he did what?
Hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor.
And he forsake the poor. He was extorting everybody around in the land of Nod. What else?
Because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not.
And he was extorting everybody in the land of Nod. It was a land of extortion and robbery and pillaging. And also, he took away his brother, who he didn't create. You know, he took away his brother's life. Right? Finish that.
Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
So the Most High is not going to allow this man to ever be content and to never live without agitation and never live without comfort.
So there's not going to be any peace, or like they say, there should be no rest for the wicked.
No rest for the wicked.
There's no rest for the wicked. That's biblical too.
Or we could say there's no rest for the unrepentant.
That's more clear.
Yeah.
The person who rejects repentance advances in their sin, and there's no rest for that person.
Never no quietness. Never no rest for that person. Read on.
It says, he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save.
Meaning quietness in his belly. The belly represents the passions. That means he will always be agitated in his passions, which we'll get even more clear in a few minutes. He will always be agitated in passions. Mm-hmm. Read.
He shall not save of that which he desires.
So the Most High is going to make sure that because this man's been an extorter, an abuser, an oppressor, refusing to repent, refusing to change, the Most High is going to make sure that there's no comfort. And everything that he worked for, he'll lose it in the end. Jump down to verse 27.
Verse 27. Verse 27. The heathen.
No, the heaven.
No, sorry. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity.
So now when we read in Genesis chapter 4, verse 14, read that one more time.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
So now the earth and the heaven is what? Read that again, Daryl.
The heaven shall reveal his iniquity.
And what else?
And the earth shall rise up against him.
So now, because I don't change, I don't repent, I'm not accountable, I double down on my oppression, I maintain my stance in violating people. So now the whole heaven and the whole earth is what?
Rising up against him.
Yeah, so now I made heaven and earth my enemy.
And when you say heaven and earth enemy, you're not saying like it's mountains falling on this person or the sky's falling.
No, we're saying that too.
Everything connected to the earth, everything's connected to the heavens is going to be anti him.
We almost have to say, because that is like the last class of what it means when you make the heaven and the earth your enemy.
Come.
And there's so much involved in that.
Come.
We have to make that a separate class in itself.
Come.
That's a whole topic in itself. But what we're doing is just highlighting what it means to now make yourself an enemy to the Most High, where he makes everything above you and everything below you adverse to you.
Come.
Read what you got.
The increase of his house.
It says the increase of his house, read,
shall depart.
And we read last week about how whatever you've accumulated in life, but you chose not to repent and be thankful. If you choose to double down on your sins.
Because that's the purpose of the sin. The purpose of the sin is to get more of the transaction that they want.
Yes.
I'm not sinning for no reason. There's a reason, or what's the word for it? People are incentivized to sin.
Yes.
Because I'm going to get something.
Incentivized?
Yeah, they're incentivized.
We're just joking.
This person
incentivized or incentivized?
Incentivized.
Yeah.
No different than the government. If you don't have a man in the house, then we'll go ahead and give you this government assistance.
Yeah.
You're incentivizing people to be single.
Yeah, I got you.
So the same thing applies to sin. The reason why people sin. They're sinning because they're incentivized to get a benefit. So I'm going to double down because I want to increase anyway.
Yes.
I want to increase. I'll get out the way. I really want to increase.
Yeah,
so
that's the motive.
I'm only saying that because I know we've had classes about the Spanish and how the Spanish went to the Central America and South America on multiple occasions, and they had so much gold, so much wealth that the ship sank. And the Spanish, they got rich temporarily and then blew all that wealth. They didn't have anything to show for in the end. The nation lost all the wealth.
All the wealth. Drowned in the ocean. And so the Most High doesn't allow this kind of mentality to prosper forever.
Come.
Read that again, verse 27.
27. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
Go ahead.
The increase of his house shall depart.
So all accumulated wealth and things that the Most High has given us by way of this truth, which was an opportunity to do right and to repent from our sins and mistakes, The Most High said everything you accumulated, it shall do what?
Depart.
Go ahead.
And his goods shall flow away.
And we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago how his goods shall do what?
Shall flow away.
You don't get to be in violation of the Most High's commandments, law, statutes, and commandments, and be in violation with his people, and then still walk away with the goods. You don't get to be in we don't get to be in violation and then walk away with everything that the Most High gave us and that he blessed us with. Read on.
It says, this is the portion of
He said, this is what?
This is the portion.
So this judgment of no peace, no calmness, no rest, and I start to lose everything that I accumulated. This judgment is promised and this judgment is guaranteed. He said what in verse 28?
The increase of his house.
No, I think verse 29.
And this is the portion of a wicked man.
So he said this is guaranteed. This is the judgment. So if we don't change, we stay in violation, we double down on our mistakes, we violate the Most High's people, then the Most High said, okay, no problem. Then I'll make sure that you stay agitated in your passions.
Wow.
You're always going to be unsettled. You'll never be at peace. And everything that I've given you, I'm going to make sure I take that back. That's what last week was about. Oh, 2 weeks ago. I keep saying last week. It was 2 weeks ago. That's what 2 weeks ago was about. All right. So now let's get Hebrews chapter 12. You had finished that one more time in Genesis 4:14, and then Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 8.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
Yep. Read.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
He said, and from thy face shall I be what?
Hid.
Go ahead.
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
And so now we found out what that life is like, or we got a name for that type of lifestyle. It's when you're rejected by the Most High and you're cast away and he hides his face from you. You know, you make yourself a bastard. And we looked at that definition last week. And one of the definitions of the word bastard was somebody that was rejected. It wasn't just somebody that was out of an illegitimate marriage. It was somebody that was rejected by the Most High. And so now we're looking at how Cain is now rejected by the Most High. And the Most High has no more oversight over Cain's doing.
And his speech really confirmed it.
And the Most High removed his providence from off of Cain. And when the Most High removes his providence off of Cain, meaning his will to do you good, then there's no good coming to you.
That's scary.
That's very scary. That's very scary. So
the Most High removes his covering from us.
Yes, the Most High. Man, it's a scary life when the Most High takes away his holy presence or his hedge, like he said in Job. So that is a scary life. But what we fail to realize is that when we go to Hebrews chapter 12 verse 8, we read this last week too. If somebody could read that.
Hebrews 12 verse 8. Ready?
Yep.
But if you be without chastisement.
Read verse 7 so we can get the point.
Verse 7.
No, read verse 6. I'm sorry.
Verse 6.
Yeah, kind of want to get recap from last week. Go ahead.
For whom the Lord loveth.
It says if the Lord love you, he does what?
He chastens.
So when the Most High shows you love, and that's what we talked about 2 weeks ago, was about what does the Most High's love look like? We don't realize that when we get chastened by the Most High, and we get spanked and corrected and admonished by the Lord, that is the Most High showing us love. Read on.
And scourgeth every son.
And the word scourge means to whip. He says he scourges every son. Read on.
Whom he receiveth.
And this is part of the approval process of being classified as one of the sons of God. If you're going to be classified as one of the sons of God, you gotta receive his chastisement. You have to receive his correction. You have to receive his incitement to do right.
Yeah.
You have to receive his exhortation. So these are his admonishment. These things are necessary to be classified as the sons of the Most High or the daughters of the Most High. Read on.
God. Verse 7. If you endure chastening, the Most High deals with you as the son.
So he said, if you endure chastening, the Most High deals with you as what?
as with sons.
So now you're qualified as a son if you can receive the correction that the Most High put around you, and not look at the correction the Most High put around you the wrong way.
If I have the ability to accept.
Yes, if I can accept it.
Because people say receive
and
it.
not just accept, but endure it.
That's true.
Because that means, because sometimes I want to quit, and I want to quit and I want to bounce because I think it's too much. Yes, sir.
I literally just had a conversation 30 minutes ago, and the brother said, I'm tired of the test from God. I don't want to be tested. This is enough. I'm tired of the testing. I'm tired of the correction.
Well, hopefully he's listening.
Yeah.
Hopefully whoever the brother you're talking to is listening. Because if you get tired of the testing, if you get tired of the reproving process, then you're actually shunning the love that the Most High has for us. You're rejecting His love. You reject, and what we talked about 2 weeks ago was about holding. When we do endure His chastening,
Yeah.
that's how the most. We're not going to read it, but that's how the Most High comes back and administers mercy. He extends mercy to those that He chastises. That's how we sustain the Most High's mercy, is by enduring His chastisement. So whoever that brother is, I pray that that he comes to his senses and not reject the hand that the Most High has given him, which is love. You know, because that chastisement is love. So where are we at in
Verse 7.
verse 7, right?
Hebrews 4, verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High deals with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Well, let's find out. What do you call when the Most High said, I'm done with you? When the Most High says, okay, you know what? Since you don't want to repent, you don't want to change, you're rebelling, you're doubling down on your sins and your mistakes. You're holding. You still got this. Your bones are full of the sin of your youth. You don't want to change. No problem. I'm not going to correct you anymore. I'm not going to tell you anymore. I'm not going to advise you anymore. I'm not going to reprove you anymore. So there's a word for that. Read on.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers,
Go ahead.
then are ye bastards.
Then are ye what?
Bastards,
Read on.
not sons.
And not sons. Now, Karai, give me that definition of bastard, but the right definition that we used last week.
Bastard, 1828 with the dictionary. It says, a natural child, a child begotten and born out of wedlock.
No, that's not the one we used last week.
It says,
That was 2 weeks ago. It's the second one. It's the second part of that. It's not about the one that's born out of wedlock.
illegitimate.
No, because it's not the one that's talking about illegitimate. Let me get it.
Okay.
No,
It's cool, bro.
because it wasn't. We're not just talking about illegitimate children, because that is one definition of bastard, but that's not what we're reading about.
I deal with the physical.
Yeah. It says
I might be spelling this.
it's the adjective.
Second thing,
Yep.
it's spirit, right?
Yeah, spurious, not genuine.
False.
Hold on 1 second. Yes, which is not genuine.
Yeah. It says false. And supposedness.
No.
I got one that's pretty good.
Let me look at. Go ahead, read that.
Spurious. Outwardly similar or corresponding to something without having its genuine qualities. So it looks like that.
I know it. I read it last week. It's generally represents one who is undisciplined, rejected or excluded from God's household, rather than an innocent victim of birth. So I'll read it again. It generally represents one who is undisciplined, rejected or excluded from God's household, rather than an innocent victim of birth.
The person can't control their parents.
Right.
Their
You
parents.
can't pick your parents and make them behave correctly. So it's not so much a bastard in that sense. It's somebody that's no longer corrected by the Most High. And that's what we're reading about in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7 and 8. Read Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7 and 8 one more time.
Hebrews 12, verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High deals with you as with sons.
So we're not talking about parenthood. We're talking about spanking, correction, checking. Go ahead.
For what son is he
It said, for what son is he? Read.
whom the Father chasteneth not?
We're talking about correction. Getting checked and corrected. If you either choose to run from it, not want to abide by it, not want to have anything to do with it, or to try to push away or shun away correction. Read on.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers,
He said, where everybody that's received by the Most High must partake in his correction. Read on.
then ye are bastards.
It says, then you're classified. If I don't want the Most High's correction, then I'm looked at as a what?
Bastards.
And so is it just about an illegitimate marriage? No, it's about, I don't want the discipline that the Most High has that's necessary, that qualifies all his sons and daughters. I'm tired of getting told what to do. I'm tired of somebody telling me what to do. I'm tired of being ran or run through. I can make my own decisions. I feel like I could be my own boss, or I could plan out my own direction, or I'm the captain of my own ship. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. Okay, you can do that, but you fall into a different category.
With the Lord.
You fall out of being classified as the sons and daughters of the Most High, but what you fall into is you fall into the characteristics of a bastard, which is you don't want to be corrected. You don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to be chastised. That's the danger that we're talking about. That's the danger, because we can't control what our parents do. But so this is what we're dealing with in verse 8. Read that one more time.
Hebrews 12, verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and not sons.
And not sons. So the idea is to always be classified as the sons and daughters of the Most High, not as bastards. To not push away. We don't want nothing to do with the Most High's correction. Then I'm a bastard. I don't want anybody ruling me. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. I don't want nobody adjusting me. I don't want nobody calibrating me. I don't want nobody trying to enforce rules over me. Then I fall into this classification of a bastard. Next verse, somebody give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11. Start at verse 8.
Wisdom of Solomon 11, 8.
11 and 8.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, verse 8.
Hold on, let me get something else too. Yeah, get that.
God. Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 8. Declaring by that thirst.
Okay, so now this requires a little bit of explanation, but not much, and we should understand it. We're in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, verse 8. Read verse 6 so we can get it in context.
God, verse 6. For instead of a fountain of a perpetual running river.
Okay, so now what this is highlighting here in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, verse 8, or actually in verse 6, is talking about how the Most High dealt with the Egyptians when we were almost making our exodus out. This was leading up to us making our exodus out of Egypt. But the Most High had to send forth several punishments and plagues to the Egyptians to stoke Pharaoh's heart, to adjust him to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and let him go. But a multitude of plagues had to come down first to convince him to let the children of Israel go. So, read it again.
Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 6. For instead of a fountain of a perpetual running river.
So now, instead of good water, because we know the Nile River is one of the largest rivers in the world. So that Nile, which runs into Egypt, he says that instead of a perpetual fountain of good water, read on.
Running, troubled with foul blood.
It says that the Most High touched the Egyptians' river with what?
Foul blood.
So the Most High had to turn that water into what?
Blood.
He turned that. That was one of the plagues.
Stink. Yeah.
The Most High turned that water into blood. It was undrinkable. Every fountain, every spring, Every river, every lake, whatever, every source of water was turned into blood. It was undrinkable. Read.
For a manifest reproof.
It says it was a manifest what?
Reproof.
It was a manifest reproof. What does that mean? It was so that you can see what a bastard looks like. So you can see how the Most High deals with bastards that are not his children. He says, as a manifest what?
Reproof.
Go ahead.
Of that commandment.
Go ahead.
Whereby the infants were slain.
It said, and what else happened to the Egyptians?
The infants were slain.
The firstborn of all their animals and their man of mankind was slain. Read.
Thou gavest unto them abundance of water by a means which they hoped not for.
Go ahead. And he's saying, but the children of Israel didn't suffer that. They didn't suffer what the Egyptians suffered. Read on.
Declaring by that thirst, then how thou hast punished their adversaries.
So the Most High will use the same thirst to identify, using the same method to either bless somebody with or to curse somebody with. To satisfy one person's drink with water that didn't turn to blood, and somebody else's thirst that was never quenched, never satisfied. So the Most High, what he's showing is how the Most High is showing a distinction of how he deals with his children to how he deals with bastards. There's a distinction and there's a separation of how each one gets dealt with. But he'll use the same measure or the same instrument either to bless or to curse, depending on where you fall at.
Where you want to be.
Where you want to be. Read.
Verse 9. For when they were tried, albeit, but in mercy chastised.
It says, but when the children of Israel were tried, they were tried, but he says, when they were tried, albeit in what?
In mercy chastised.
Read that part again.
Albeit, but
No,
in
read
mercy.
it.
The whole thing?
Yeah, read it from 9 again. We got it. I want you to catch this point.
Yes, sir. For when they were tried, albeit, but in mercy chastised.
So the Most High deals with his sons by chastising them in what?
In mercy.
In mercy. So what we don't understand is that chastisement isn't a bad thing. Chastisement is how you sustain the Most High's what? Mercy. Mercy. So all chastisement can't be looked at as a bad thing. We have to reevaluate what it means to be subject to people over us. We have to reevaluate how we look at correction when somebody corrects us. Some of us can't handle correction. Some of us can't take correction. Some of us reject correction. Some of us run from correction. Some of us refuse correction. But we're not looking at it the right way. Some of us talk back when we're getting corrected. Some of us have something to say, an opinion, based upon how we're corrected and who's correcting us. Not recognizing that what I'm actually rejecting is the Most High's work. Is his mercy. We look at it wrong. We look at correction wrong. But if we understand what the correction is, we can approve of how the Most High has set up individuals over us to steer us in the right direction, whether it's uncomfortable or not, whether it's painful or not, whether it's hard to swallow or not, to look at the ones that the Most High got over us the right way. We're still servants at the end of the day. And that means if I'm a servant, then that means I have a master. That means I am not my own boss.
You can't be a servant without someone to serve.
Right. And that means I'm not my own master.
Yeah.
If I'm a servant, I'm not my own master.
Yeah.
I'm not my own captain.
Yeah.
That means I have to submit. But if I understand what the Most High is doing with those that the Most High has me around to submit to, then I'll look at it different and I'll take it as, okay, the Most High gave me men to follow because that's the Most High trying to show me mercy.
Right, because he has an expected end in mind, which is good.
Which is good.
He says he hopes for our good at the very end.
Yep. At the very end, he knows what it takes to keep us in the right spirit.
Right.
So he said, what again?
Verse 9. For when they were tried, albeit, but in mercy chastised.
It says, yes, although we were chastised, we were slaves in Egypt. He said, yeah, we had to get chastised a little bit. He said, but we was chastised in mercy. Read on.
They knew.
They knew what?
How the ungodly were judged in wrath and tormented.
And they knew how the ungodly, or shall we say bastards, were judged differently than his sons. They knew that, okay, the Most High is dealing with them in a way worse way, where they don't even have potable water. They don't even have drinkable water. Their water stinks, foul, turned to blood, and rancid. Our water is fresh, springing up out of the ground, refreshing. Obviously, by that alone, shows that the Most High loves us as his sons, even though he chastises, versus how he deals with the ones that he don't chastise, but he just punishes them with what?
With foul blood.
Nope. He said it.
With wrath and torment.
He said with wrath and what?
Torment.
And wrath. So the Most High does what to bastards? He torment them with what?
Wrath.
His wrath
Wrath and torment.
and actual torment.
Right. But for us, his sons, he just spanks us, but he's spanking us in mercy.
Right.
So unmerciful.
Yes.
On the flip side.
On the flip side, he's unmerciful. So there's a difference between how the Most High deals with his sons versus how he deals with those that are not his sons. Yes, sir.
You have Jeremiah 32 and
No, sir. You can read it. What does it say?
Jeremiah 32 and 40.
Let's see.
I'm making that come with them. I'm not turning from them to good, but I will put my fear in their heart.
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 32 and verse 40. It's that expected good and the ultimate result of expectation of the Most High. He's explaining why he's chastising. What's the point of the chastisement?
Mm-hmm.
He explains it in verse 40.
Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 40. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
That's a promise.
Yep.
That's an agreement. Meaning, even in the midst of the chastisement, we still forget that the Most High made us a promise. Go ahead.
That I will not turn away from them.
That means he's going to chastise you. Because turning away from you means he hides his face.
Yep. Like he did Cain.
Exactly. If he turns away from you, that means he's not dealing with you anymore. He's not worrying about your happenstance and what happens to you. You're open up to whatever the world offers you. Whatever the world and whatever pain and demise it brings you. Go ahead.
It says that I will not turn away from them to do them good.
To do them good. And that's what we don't remember. In the midst of the chastisement, we don't understand. The Most High is saying it's for your good. That's what the mercy is talking about. At the very end of the day, it's for your good. And he says it here. Go ahead.
But I will put my fear in their hearts.
Yeah.
But I will put my fear in their hearts. That's what the purpose of the chastisement is, to get your mind back aligned with, okay, where does my mind need to be? The Most High is realigning me back to where I need to go. He's pushing me back in the direction where he's trying to lead me because it's for my good. It's so he can put that fear back in my heart to get me back on the right track.
That's Jeremiah what?
32 and 40. And go ahead.
But I will put my fear in their hearts.
That's a chastisement. That's the mercy. Go ahead.
That they shall not depart from me.
And that's the expected end, because he doesn't want his sons to depart from him. He doesn't care about the bastards. But his sons, he's trying to steer them back to him. And that's the purpose of the chastisement.
Right.
I'm trying to get to it.
Okay, that's perfect. We were in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, and we were in verse
9.
verse 9. Read that again.
Verse 9 from the top. For when they were tried, albeit but in mercy chastised, they knew how the ungodly were judged in wrath and tormented,
Read.
thirsting in another manner than the just.
Read. It says thirsting in another manner than the just. Read.
For these thou didst admonish and try.
It says for these, talking about the children of Israel, even though they were slaves in Egypt, he said the Most High admonished them, corrected them, reproved them, read.
And tried as a father.
He still looked at them as a what?
A father.
How did the Most High deal with us even in slavery versus how he dealt with the Egyptians?
As a father.
He still dealt with us as a father would. And how does a father deal with his sons? We just read it in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 8. The Most High scourges his sons.
Yeah.
He chastises his sons. So even in Egypt, in the midst of being in captivity and slavery in Egypt, the Most High was still looking over us as a father would his children. So when we look at the whole captivity of Egypt, it was just a big old spanking. When we look at the whole captivity of being slaves in America, it's just a whole spanking. It's just a father spanking his kids. That's a 400-year spanking. For however long we've been in America. And if you was in America, 9.5 was in America, and they got pillaged by the conquistadors or the Portuguese, that was still a spanking. Or the British, that was still a spanking. It's like a 500-year spanking. So all the Most High is doing is correcting his kids. Even in the worst case scenario, the Most High still loves us. Read on.
But the other as a severe king.
He said, but the Most High dealt with the Egyptians as a what?
As a severe king.
As a severe what?
As a severe king.
So what can we say that the Most High was stinging us and spanking us,
Yeah.
but still showing us mercy?
Yeah.
And the other one, he was being ruthless, severe,
Merciless.
wrathful, merciless. He said, as a severe king. So how does the Most High deal with his sons? How does the Most High deal with bastards?
It's a difference.
Severely with bastards, but merciful with sons.
Merciful with sons, man. He's merciful with his children. What verse you on?
We're at the end of verse 10.
Right? He says, for these thou didst admonish and try as a father, but the other what?
As a severe king.
Read.
Thou didst condemn and punish.
He says, thou didst condemn and punish them. So, which one is better? To be spanked, reproved, corrected by the Most High, and still get his mercy? Or to push away his reproof and his correction, and become a bastard, where now I make the Most High unmerciful to me, and now I make the Most High severe to me. Now I make the Most High merciless to me. Which one is better? The first one. Let's read this right here. Now, if you read this real quick. When it says, so that. This is Philo, page 128.
Philo, page 128. So that it seems to me that those who are not utterly impure.
Stop. If you know, he said, if you know what's good for you. If you're not all the way out of your mind, and if you're not all the way crooked, if you have a desire to somewhat be led, then you would more likely favor this statement. If you're not completely contrary to discipline, if you're not completely overthrown to being corrected, or out of the loop of understanding what correction is, he says, if you're not utterly impure, read.
So that it seems to me that those who are not utterly impure,
Go ahead.
should pray to be chastised and rejected.
It says they should be what?
Pray to be chastised and rejected rather than deserted. There's a difference. Chastised and rejected rather than deserted, which is completely abandoned.
Exactly.
Cause so either most likely he gonna chastise you and reject your offerings. That's what when he rejects us, he's rejecting your work. He's rejecting your sacrifice. He's rejecting your prayers. He's rejecting your requests. That's how you're rejected by the Lord.
He said, if you know better, he said, if you know better, if you know what's good for you, he said, everybody should ask themselves this question. If you really know what's good for you,
Come.
he says, you might see it better that I should what?
It said that to me, that those who are not utterly impure should pray
For what?
to be chastised.
Now give me Psalms 141 and 5. Read Psalms 141 and 5. We're going to come back to this. If you have any sense,
Right. Right.
and if you really know what's good for us, he says, if you know better, if you're not all the way overthrown in sin and overcome with sin, that you should pray to be corrected.
Yeah.
What did David say in Psalm 141 and 5?
Psalms 141 and verse 5. Let the righteous smite me.
What did David say?
Let the righteous smite me.
David said, let the righteous do what?
Smite me.
Read.
It shall be a kindness.
It shall be a what?
Kindness.
It shall be a what?
Kindness.
Read on.
And let him reprove me.
And let him what?
Let him reprove me.
So David is asking for correction. He actually asked to be smited.
That means it doesn't feel good.
Smited means to be punched or to be hit,
Yeah,
to be bruised.
It doesn't feel good.
That means we gotta understand what smite means. When you smite somebody, you hit them with the fist.
Yeah.
He said, "Let the righteous smite me, punch me." Read. It should be a what?
It shall be a kindness.
Read.
And let him reprove me.
And let the righteous reprove me. Read on.
It shall be an excellent oil,
That means an excellent oil. Read on.
which shall not break my head.
It shall not break. When you talk about an excellent oil,
Yeah.
an excellent oil on somebody's head is a blessing.
Yeah.
Because that's what it means to anoint.
Yes.
The word anoint means to smear upon the head. That's when you anoint somebody's head, you're smearing oil on the head. That means to smear upon the head. That means that's a blessing.
Yeah.
You bless somebody. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, when he says, it shall be a kindness, Spanish means he's doing us a favor.
Yeah, I'm doing you a favor. Yeah,
Doing us a favor.
yeah. So he's showing you that's a blessing. It's really, correction is a blessing. Read.
It says, for yet my prayer also.
Hey, oh, wait a minute. He said, for yet what?
My prayer also.
Stop. What does that mean when you read the first part of verse 5?
Let the righteous smite me.
Yeah.
Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness.
What was that?
Prayer.
That was a prayer. He wasn't just talking. He was praying to the Most High. Punish me. Put the right individuals over me to correct me.
Yeah.
Do we ever look at it that way?
No.
Do we ever look at that David was actually praying to be punished?
All right. Correct it.
He was praying to be smited by the righteous.
Put on glass.
Do we understand that at the beginning of this verse, he was praying to be corrected and he was praying to be admonished? Admonish me. That's my prayer. Who has prayed to the Most High? You don't have to show no hands. You have to raise no hands. Who has really sat down and prayed to the Most High? Set a guard over me and punish me as you see fit.
For the purpose of recruitment.
For the purpose of correction.
Yeah.
Who has actually sat down and prayed that prayer? Correct me as you see fit, Lord. I pray that you send individuals to correct me. Is this not what David is doing?
So is that what that means when it says the wise took oil in their vessels?
I don't know about that, but I do know what he's saying here.
Right.
What he's saying is he's praying to be reproved. And if anybody is honest with themselves, have you sat down and made a prayer to the Most High that he sends forth individuals that can bring reproof, admonishment, and correction over you?
And we've had this counsel partially not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago. Brother really had a mindset that everybody was lying against him, everybody was against him, and the whole world was against him, and there's no way he could be lying. You know, people were like, they were right there, and they word for word said what he said. He said he's not lying. But I said, hey, you know what? If you really want to know who's lying, watch this the Most High, if you're lying, to check you and chastise you if you are lying.
Yeah.
Since it's such a fog of understanding, then ask the Lord to check you and correct you if you're lying.
Yeah, but who does that?
And then he said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask the Most High to check. Well, then obviously you're not 100% confident then.
Right.
You're not that confident in your position.
No, because you know what? Because there may be some falseness
Yeah.
in my statements.
Yeah.
But are we sitting back asking the Most High to send governors and tutors over us to correct
No, we're
us?
not asking for that.
No, we're not
That's
asking
easy.
for that. Who's praying? Who's actually sitting down praying for governors and tutors? Because David did this. He said, "What? Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a what?
Kindness.
Go ahead.
and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also.
He says, so he prayed for that. He prayed for correction. He prayed for reproof. And also he prayed for what?
Shall be in their calamity.
That the enemies that are against him failed in their endeavors. That was his prayer also. But we're looking at what he did pray was first about sending individuals over him to correct him. And he looked at it as a kindness. Now, that matches exactly what Philo said. And Philo probably took that from David. Because he says that, it says that if we're not utterly impure, we should what?
We should pray to be chastised.
He said we should pray to be what?
Chastised.
And what else?
And rejected.
Go ahead.
Rather than deserted.
Because if I'm deserted, if the Most High deserts me, then I'm a what? Then I'm a bastard. Then I'm a bastard.
So you lose son status. Because the Most High is abandoned.
When I don't want anybody over me,
yes.
Then that's the Most High saying, fine. Then you will be reclassified.
You don't get to keep the same benefits.
I'm going to hide my face from you.
Wow.
And I'm going to desert you. And now I'm not going to be with you. Read.
It says, for desertion will most easily ruin them.
Because if the Most High completely hides his face from me, and the Most High stops correcting me, he's leaving me to my what?
Ruin.
Your own ruin.
He's leaving me to my ruin. See, if the Most High is leaving us to our own ruin, the Most High, the minute he pulls his correction from us, we just don't look at the correction right. Neither do we pray that the Most High got people over us to correct us, to steer us. We don't make that our prayer. But we don't even understand how we're setting our own selves up for failure by not looking at correction the right way. When I push people away from giving me correction, I'm actually setting myself up for my own ruin. Read on.
As vessels.
He says what?
As vessels.
Read.
Without ballast.
He says as vessels without a ballast. That vessel he's talking about is like a ship. Inside of a ship, whether they were old ships made out of wood, or whether they're ships today made out of metal, or whether you got ships made out of steel. Every ship, current or ancient, had room to allow a certain amount of water inside the bottom of the hull. Or back in the day, what they would do, because a ship can easily be tossed and turned by the waves. So if you keep a certain amount of, you allow the bottom of the hull to flood with a certain amount of water, you allow the ship to be balanced. Either water was used to balance a ship, certain amount of water was allowed in the bottom, keep it from swaying, or they would use big rocks. Old ship methods would use big boulders, and the big boulders would be placed in the ship to keep the ship balanced so it wouldn't tip too much.
I got a basic term comment. Ballast. Any weight placed in a ship's hold or other special compartment to increase stability or reduce motion. Then it says weight used in a hot air balloon to control altitude.
Yes.
So it keeps it from going too high.
Too high, too low,
or too low,
or too tossed from one side to another.
Yeah, violently.
Yeah. So when I reject the Most High's correction, I'm taking away the weights, the stability that keeps my ship upright.
Yeah.
Right.
So now when I remove those weights out of the ship, what happens to the ship?
It's
Capsize.
yeah.
It can easily capsize. Yeah. He said that's what life is like when you take away correction.
Yeah, never find balance.
Life becomes imbalanced.
Yes.
Life becomes unstable. It becomes destabilized.
Easily thrown off course.
Easily thrown off course. Easily tipped over. He's showing how a vessel, when it loses its weight, when it loses its weight or rocks or water that's used to balance the ship, life becomes rocky and unstable.
Unpredictable.
It becomes unpredictable.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. By chance, any little motion could tip me over, could throw me over. Throw me off the ship.
It also shows too, the ship has some form of balance because there's weights within it. But when you lose those balance or those weights, it's subject to external environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that means everything outside you determines your life.
Yeah.
Your life's determined by just whatever's going on around you.
Well, however, whatever wave is hitting the boat,
Yeah.
Easily
coming
coming
from
It's
easily
a bad moment.
to and fro, from side to side.
Yeah.
Life becomes unstable where I'm thrown side to side. He said that's what happens when you take away the ones that the Most High put over you to correct you. You take away your own balance, your own stability. Read on.
It says, without a pilot.
It said without a what?
Without a pilot.
Now the wheel on the ship is just spinning in whatever direction.
It wants to go.
Whichever way the waves is taking it,
wherever the wind takes it.
it.
Yeah.
Now life is just
Okay.
not. You have no control over life. Life is just going. Life is going wherever the wind blows.
Yeah.
Wind blow this way, your life goes that way. The wind blows this way, but the water's going this way.
Yeah.
Well, now your life is going like this.
Yeah.
Your life is going like this because the wind's blowing this way and the waves are going this way. The damn steering wheel on the ship is just spinning.
Right.
Out of control.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times.
And correction.
And correction.
Yeah.
And reproof.
Yeah.
And admonishment.
Yeah.
And discipline.
With
Yes,
wisdom.
sis.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak up a little bit because I want the camera to hear it.
Okay. There was a carnival ship a while back that caught fire in the engine. And usually that's not a big deal with some other engine. But in this case, it burned all the power. And so the plumbing went mixed. And so because people couldn't use the bathroom so much, and they lost the balance and everything, there literally was excrement and everything everywhere going down the elevators, and so literally poop everywhere.
It was crap. It was crap through the.
It kind of reminds me of the thing, which is on it's everywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't have the balance.
Right.
And it's a whole different.
And there's nothing you can do when the plumbing backs up. That's what's going on right now in the USS Gerald Ford, which is one of the state-of-the-art aircraft carriers that the Navy has right now. That's being towed out of the Iranian waters by another aircraft carrier because the plumbing's so jacked up. It's crap everywhere. And so you're on a ship and there's crap everywhere and there's nowhere to go.
People commit suicide.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy. So he said he's showing what life is like. How you begin your journey in life when you take away the reproof, when you take away the Most High's hand, when you take away His correction, when you take away His chastisement, then whatever happens to your life just happens to you. No guidance, no direction, no stability. Read on.
Wow.
But correction will set them right.
It said what sets a man right?
But correction will set them right again.
Right.
So how do we get stable again?
It says set. That's like a compass.
Yeah.
It's
It's a direction.
Yeah.
And so it says it'll set them right again. So what does everybody need in their life?
Correction.
Correction. They need correction. Everybody needs
A
correction.
balance and a pilot.
A balance. They need weights to hold you down,
Yeah.
to keep you from being your own worst enemy. And they need somebody to keep steering you in the right direction to tell you where to go when you're being extreme.
Which is government.
It's government. It means to govern.
Structure, yeah.
So he says correction will set somebody right. Read on.
Are not those boys?
He's asking a question. Are not what?
Are not those boys
He said, talking about children. He says, are not male children. Read on.
who are beaten?
The ones you beat. He says, don't the children that get beat, the little boys that get beat, they get spanked, putting that belt to butt. He says, don't the boys that get beaten, they get spanked. Read on.
By their preceptors
Go ahead.
for whatever errors they commit.
Read it clear. Read it straight.
For whatever errors they commit,
So if I make a mistake, it's better to whoop them. Read on.
better than those who
I said,
have
aren't those boys what?
better
Aren't the boys better? They get spanked. They get whooped. Don't they turn out better than what?
those who have no schoolmaster.
He says, don't they come out better than the child that don't have a what?
Schoolmaster.
So who turns out better in life? The ones that get spanked or the ones that don't get spanked?
Once they get that correction.
Now this is old, man. This is over 2,500 years old. This writing is over 2,500 years old. Even 2,500 years ago, they knew that it's better to spank the little kids while they're young, because it's not out of hate, it's out of correction, and it's out of love, and they'll turn out better than the kids that have no what? No schoolmaster. Let me see. He says, better than those who have no schoolmaster. He's asking a question. There's a question mark. Who turns out better? The boys that get corrected, get spanked, get whooped, or the ones that get no correction whatsoever?
Ones who often feel the rod.
Man, if you feel that, so what is that? How are you prepping a child or prepping a person when you take away correction?
Prepping them for ruin.
For ruin. You're prepping a child for failure.
Yeah.
When you take away that immediate form of punishment for wrongdoing. That means that when you start giving people a pass when they make mistakes, they'll never recorrect themselves. They'll never restabilize themselves. When you give somebody the green light to be offensive, when you give somebody the green light to be offensive, they become their own worst enemy. Yes, sir. Say it again. If we take away what? Oh, you say if you take away one of the motors on the plane, it'll fall out the sky? Yes. That's like what happens when you take away parents out of a child's life. You take away what keeps them afloat. And when you got parents, when you got schoolmasters, when you got teachers, he's talking about schoolmasters. When you have teachers, when you got principals. I grew up in a time where the principals spank you after the teachers spank you. We used to get whooped in the classroom in the 80s, early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. The teacher would spank us first. Now the paddle would come in the principal's office, but the teacher would spank us with rulers. They had to hold out your hand. The teacher would tell you, hold out. You're doing something crazy. Hold your hand out. And right here, if you notice, on the back of the hand, there's not a lot of meat. There's not a lot of meat on the back of the hand. It's all bone, nerves, and ligaments. And the teacher would take the ruler and tell you. I remember I was running in the classroom, and I knocked over a whole stack of papers onto the edge of a desk. All the papers went flying all over the room. Running in the classroom. Teacher said, "You who did that? Come here. Both of y'all come here. Hold out your hand." Took a big old wooden ruler and whacked the back of the hand 20 times a piece. Wow. 20 licks to the back of the hand. Pow, 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 pow. And then, now y'all go see the principal. Then, you go to the principal's office. Then, the principal got the paddle. And then, he said, "What'd you do?" "Okay, well, turn the chair backwards and lean over the back of the chair and put your hands on the seat of the chair." Lean over the chair, lean over the back of the chair, and put your hands, put both palms on the seat of the chair. And then you have a little waiting area before the principal's office that had like 5 chairs in it, and then you hear the other kids crying in there. You hear other kids getting their paddles and they getting their licks, and you hear them crying in the other room in the principal's office. And then he opened the door, kid come out screaming, and he called next. Yeah. Next, come up here in this office. Who next? The teacher sent you in here? What'd you do? "Oh, yeah, okay. You gonna do that again?" "No, sir." "Put your hands on this chair. Lean over the back of the chair."
Don't look back.
Don't look back. And if you block it, and if you move your hand, if you try to block it, he adding licks to it. So don't try to block it. You just gotta let it happen. And when you a little kid, it ain't much. The people try to stuff toilet paper in their pants.
Yeah.
And if you find out you stuffing toilet paper, if you trying to pad it, you trying to stuff toilet paper to pad it, you're getting more licks. But this is when the teachers could spank you. This is when the principals could spank you. And then and then they call your parents while you're crying, and they say you need to correct him when you get home.
Oh man.
Then you get it again because your parents had to be called while they were at work and had to disrupt their 9 to 5. So now you get it again. So the teachers got you, the principal got you, and your parents got you. But you know what it does? It makes a better kid.
Yeah.
It makes a better adult. You take away that discipline. Now you're just setting the kid up for ruin. Yeah, now the kid becomes lawless with no fear. They have no fear. They have no fear of being corrected. They have no fear of punishment. Then they start talking fly and getting beside themselves and talking spicy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And plus, there was some sense of God in the school still. There were certain coaches that would run a proverb past you based on what you did.
Yeah.
You know, and they can get
Our coaches spanked us too.
Yeah. You might get a paddle from the principal and then go to your coach, and the coach had already found out. Come on in the office.
They didn't remove corporal punishment out of the Texas school system until up until 1989, I believe, is when they removed corporal punishment. So from 89 up until 89, I think I got my last paddle in 89. My last licks.
And that's when the explosion of school shootings was starting.
Or just violence. And then what happened after that is parents start saying, you ain't my kid's parent. You don't get to touch my kid. Not realizing that your kid is a demon. Your kid is a menace, and he need to get spanked.
Those are for the schools that didn't
But
stop.
a lot of foolishness started to happen because you took away the fear out of the school. So read that again, Dawiyad. He said what? He says, are not the boys what?
Who are beaten by their preceptors for whatever errors they commit better than those who have no schoolmaster?
He says, are not the boys better to get spanked? Read on.
And are not those who are reproved by their teachers for all the errors they commit in the arts which they are studying better than those who receive no such reproof?
So which kids come out better?
Ones who are critiqued and chastened.
The one to get checked, the one that gets spanked. I'm gonna have you come back on that. The ones that get spanked always come out better. Now, if you take that away, the most I said, the sister online said she was taught by nuns. It says they walked around with a metal ruler. Oh man, I'm gonna say this. I've heard some bad things about the nuns. From the person that I knew that grew up around nuns in Louisiana, it was a convent, but also it was a mortuary. So for punishment, they would put the students for punishment next to the dead bodies.
That's awesome.
And
You know what I'm saying?
and if you know what happens when the body's going through rigor mortis, there's the body's producing gas. When it's breaking down, it's gas being produced.
It's twitching too.
And a lot of times the gas would release from the stomach and the esophagus, and it would rattle the larynx, and they would moan.
Yeah.
Wow. They would moan on the sheets, and then you got a kid in there. You got a kid in there with their bodies in there, and they start moaning. Man, these kids like, man, I ain't never doing that again. Please. I mean, I think the worst thing we had was like the cloakroom. Like you get whooped, you spanked, and then before you get paddled, they send you to the cloakroom where you hang all your coats at, your raincoats. Yeah, that was like you go in there till you go see the principal.
We just got paddled in the basement.
Paddled in the basement, but to be put in there by the nuns, put in there with the dead bodies as a punishment, and you hear all this moaning and groaning and the smells, that had to be torture to kids. So the nuns are no joke. So just agreeing with what the sister said online, the nuns was no joke.
Then sometimes the body sit up because the gas.
Yeah, the stiffening of the joints, the arms,
That's where that
the arms move.
monsters come up.
Yeah.
It's the rigor mortis.
So what we're reading is the benefits of the correction, right? Give me that one more time, Elisha, in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 8.
Hebrews 12, verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards.
Then are ye what?
Then are ye bastards,
Go ahead.
and not sons.
Read on.
Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh.
So he's showing that yes, the Most High deals with us as a father with his sons, but also the Most High put fathers of the flesh to do what? Read.
Which corrected us, and gave them reverence.
And gave them
we
what?
gave them
And we
reverence.
gave them reverence, or we should have gave them respect.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits?
If we had parents that put us in check, shall we not much more allow the Most High to set up the governors and tutors whom He chooses to give us correction? Shouldn't the spiritual fathers have more honor in the correcting of us? For it's not just the correction of our actions, but of our spirits.
Right.
So he's saying that the spiritual fathers should have much more respect than just the physical fathers. And we'll come back to this. But give me 1 John chapter 3, verse 9, because we want to explain this real quick. 1 John chapter 3, verse 9.
First John chapter 3, verse 9. Whosoever is born of the Most High
It says, whosoever is born of the Most High, read on.
does not commit sin.
It says, if we're born of the Most High, does not what?
Does not commit sin.
Is it just talking about having a predestination, or what qualifies a son of the Most High? Say it again. Correction qualifies us as sons of the Most High. So, if I'm born of the Most High, if I'm going to be classified as a son of the Most High, that means I must receive His what?
His correction.
I must receive His correction. So, read it again.
Whosoever is born of the Most High does not commit sin.
So, if I'm going to be born of the Most High or born again, I won't make mistakes because I won't sin because I'm receiving the Most High's what? Correction. Read.
For his seed remaineth in him,
Read on.
and he cannot sin, because he is born of the Most High.
Because his desire is what? To serve the Most High. That is, his desire is to be in order with the Most High. Read on.
In this, the children of the Most High are manifest.
He said, but there's a distinction between the children of the Most High. Read on.
And the children of the devil.
And the children of the devil. Children of the Most High receive His correction. Children of the devil do what? They don't receive His correction. The Most High just punishes them, like He dealt with Cain. He let him go. We know that I'll read it in just a minute. But when you look at Cain, when Cain said, "You hid your face from me," the Most High did away with him. We read a definition last week about it says something about the word abject. It was matter of fact, it wasn't a word. It was what it meant to be rejected. We read it in Philo. He says that he was left to an abject life. Get the word abject.
Yeah. Low condition. Working.
Abject.
Abject. It says
The first definition.
the verb.
Whatever the first one is.
Abject. It says to throw away.
That's the one I want right there. It says to what?
To throw away.
So if I keep pushing the Most High's hand away from me. I don't want his correction. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. And the Most High hide his face from you. That's the Most High doing what?
Throwing you away.
That's the Most High throwing you away.
Oh, wow.
That is not a good thing. To be looked at as an abject individual, then the Most High said, okay, no problem. I'll just throw you away. That's what the Most High did to Cain. When he said, you hid your face from me. The punishment is greater than I could bear. Moses said, fine, here, listen, go. Do what you want to do. He said to throw away, what else?
It says to cast out.
To cast out, what else?
Sunk to a low condition.
And now life will be sunk to a what?
A low condition.
Because that's what happens when the Most High decides to hide his face from you. So he keeps punishing you so that he doesn't turn his face from you. So he doesn't hide his face from you. He keeps spanking us because he loves us. Unless we keep pushing him to the point where he throws us away. And that's something that we gotta reevaluate. We have to all reevaluate what correction is. It's how the Most High stays tethered to us. It's how the Most High stays committed to us. It's how the Most High stays merciful to us. That's how the Most High doesn't throw us away. So get that, finish that in
1 John?
Yep.
1 John chapter 3, verse 10. In this the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness.
It says, whosoever doeth not righteousness
is not of the Most High.
Why aren't you not doing righteousness? Because I don't want his correction. Then I'm not of the Most High. Because I refuse his correction. I refuse his reproof. I push away his reproof. Read.
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
And what was Cain also known for?
Not loving his brother.
So, this is how you know that Cain made himself a bastard. He made himself a throwaway. He made himself rejected of the Most High. Because Cain did not know how to do what?
Love his brother.
He didn't know how to love his brother. Read.
Verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning.
It says, for this is the message that ye heard from the beginning. What was the message that the Bible has been trying to teach us since the beginning of time? Read on.
That we should love one another.
That we should what?
That we should love one another.
That we should what?
That we should love one another.
Read. No, stop right there. What was the message that the Bible has been trying to get us to see from the beginning?
We should love one another.
And now read verse 12.
Verse 12. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother.
We'll stop right there. So, this is why the class is called what it's called. The class is called The Paradox of a Bastard Life. And why is that? Why did I choose that title, The Paradox? You have to understand what a paradox is. First, give me the definition of paradox. This class is called The Paradox of a Bastard Life. And I'll explain why this is chosen. Because first we have to understand what is a paradox.
Paradox. It says a tenet or proposition contrary.
It's a rule or tenet or proposition contrary to what?
To received opinion.
So we'll get more specific. Read on.
Or seemingly absurd.
It's a tenet that seems absurd. What makes a paradox a paradox? Because it's a tenet or a rule that people apply that seems to be absurd, which means it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Now, second definition I have of paradox is any person or thing or situation displaying an apparently contradictory nature. Why is that so? Because when you look at the definition of Cain and Abel, what was their nature? What was their relationship? By nature.
Brother.
They were what?
Brother.
Now give me the definition of the word brother.
Brother. It says Which one?
Give the first definition.
First definition.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, it says a human male born of the same father and mother.
So yes, a brother could be somebody that's born of the same mother and father. That could be a brother. We accept that. Read on.
It says a male by one of the parents only is called a half brother.
Or you could have a half brother, which is either the father's son or the mother's son, but they're still your brother. It still falls under the definition of a brother. Half brothers fall into the definition of a brother. Read.
Or brother of the half blood.
Or brother of the half blood still falls in the definition of a brother. Read on.
That's the first definition.
Read the second one.
Second one. Anyone.
Any what?
Anyone.
Anyone. Read.
Closely united.
So a brother is also anyone that's what?
Closely united.
Anyone that's closely united. So does a brother have to be of the same blood?
No.
No. Does a brother have to share your last name?
No.
Does a brother have to be of your same family?
No.
No. A brother, by definition, is also somebody that's closely united. Read.
An associate.
And a what?
An associate.
Go ahead.
As a band of brothers.
As a what?
As a band of brothers.
What do you call a camp?
A band of brothers.
A camp is a band of brothers.
Brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood. Stan, you're right. You've been right the whole time. You've been calling the camp a brotherhood. You've been saying, you've been telling everybody when you promote the truth, you say, man, we got a brotherhood. You should come to class. You're right. It is a brotherhood. It's a band of brothers. It don't have to have the same blood. Neither do they have to have the same mother and father. Neither do they have to have the same last name. But they can be unified and share the same cause and tied together by one purpose. So that second definition, one more time, Kariah.
Second definition of brother. It says anyone closely united and associated as a band of brothers.
So read verse 10 again. Whoever had 1 John 3 and 10.
1 John chapter 3, verse 10. In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever does not righteousness.
That's how you know who the sons of God are. And this is how you know who the sons of the devil are, who the bastard children are. This is how you know who's who. Read on.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness.
And what else?
Is not of the Most High.
Read up. And what else?
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
Neither is he that loveth not his what?
Not his brother.
If I don't know how to, and it's not just talking about your family. You got to love the people around you that the Most High put around you, that He unified you with. I got to learn to love the ones around me. If I don't learn to love the ones around me, I'm also a bastard. You understand that? If I don't learn how to love the people around me, that the Most High unified me with, I also fall in the category of a bastard. I make myself a bastard because I don't know how to love the people around me. And I don't know how to get correction from the Most High. And this is why Cain is singled out as an archetype of not knowing how to love his brother. He didn't know how to love the people that the Most High put around him. And this is what makes it a paradox. What makes it a paradox or an absurdity is that this is your actual brother. And this is your brother whom you're supposed to be closely related to. This is who you're supposed to be amiable with. We used this word about 3 months ago in the class. Get the definition of that word, amiable. This is somebody that you're supposed to be amiable with in life. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Give that word, amiable. A-M-I-A-L. A-M-I-A-B-L-E.
Okay, I got you. Amiable. It says lovely.
It says what?
love you.
So it might, just because of the name alone, this is my brother. By classifying somebody as your brother, automatically, by title, means what?
Love you.
That they should be what?
That they should be loved.
What else?
They should be worthy of love.
That they should be what?
Worthy of love.
Anybody that I call a brother should be worthy of what?
Of love.
Just because I call them brother. That means that that title holds a lot of weight.
Yeah.
What makes it a paradox is, how can you kill, injure, and offend the ones that's supposed to be worthy of your love? That's what makes it a paradox. This person is a brother, but yet you hurt him. This person is a brother, yet you hate him. Then you make the term absurd. You make the term brother or sister absurd. Foolishness. I make the term worthless because I don't know how to love the people that are classified as brothers or sisters. And that's what makes it absurd. These are the people that should get your love. If you're going to love anybody in the world, you should love these individuals. If anybody is going to be lovely in your sight, it should be these individuals. If there's anybody that you should feel that you should stick your neck out for, it should be these individuals. But instead of loving these individuals, I despise these individuals. I hate these individuals. I injure these individuals. And that's what makes me a bastard in that fashion. Because they're worthy of my love. What else?
It says, lovely, worthy of love, deserving of affection.
Deserving of what?
Of affection.
What happens when I don't give to my brothers what they should deserve, they should be deserving of, which is affection. They deserve my affection. I don't know how to love. That's how the Most High knows who's the bastards and who's the sons. That's how the Most High classifies and distinguishes the sons from the bastards. Who knows how to love their brothers and sisters and who doesn't? That's how the Most High can distinctly separate who's the bastards and who's the sons. The sons know how to love one another. They know how to treat each other. Christ said, you know my disciples by what?
The love they have one for another.
The love that they have one toward another.
That means they're not bastards.
That means they're not bastards.
You know who mine are because they're not bastards.
Because they're not bastards and they know how to love each other. That's how you know who my students are. They don't despise each other. They don't hate each other. They don't hurt each other. They give each other love. They don't talk behind each other's backs. That's how the Most High knows who's his. Read that part right there, verse 11.
Verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one.
And this one, I like this definition of paradox. A statement running contrary to expectations. The statement is the statement at hand is a brother. How can the term brother run contrary to expectations when I don't treat him right? When I don't know how to talk to him right? When I don't know how to treat him right? When I don't know how to love him? Now I'm making the term contrary. I'm retracting the definition of the word itself, what it means to be a brother. I'm not living up to it. I make foolishness of the word.
You know, some people are traumatized by that because they expected something from someone they called a brother, and then when they harm them in a certain way, it haunts them.
Yeah.
Because your expectation was, I expected love from you.
Yep. You know, the paradox is that's like having slaves cater a celebration or a festival, and the festival is called a freedom celebration. It's a freedom festival. That's like having slaves cater the food in chains to a freedom celebration. It's like black people in America celebrating Independence Day.
Paradox.
That's a paradox. you're celebrating freedom with people that value freedom, that say they value freedom, that celebrate independence, but yet maintain you as a what?
Slave.
As a slave. So do they really value freedom?
Not really.
Are they really about freedom?
Selectively.
Or is it most? It's like 4th of July is a freedom festival. It's an Independence Day. Pop fireworks and everything. We celebrate freedom while being in slavery. That's the paradox. That's no different than calling a man a brother, but I hate him. That's no different than saying it's my brother, but I despise him. It's the same thing. It's absurd. It makes no sense. If I'm gonna call somebody a brother and we're closely unified, or that third definition you brought up, we share we share
Like manners.
like manners, then why the hell would I have a problem and alt with my brother? The person that deserves my love, that's worthy of my love, that's worthy of my affection. It makes no sense. But when you look at these paradoxes, they exist all in the Bible. They exist all throughout the Bible. Another one, James chapter 3, verse 9.
James chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, therewith bless we the Most High, even the Father, and therewith curse we men.
It says we use the same tongue. This is another paradox that exists. You use the same tongue to send up blessings and prayers to the Most High. You pray over your food. You ask for forgiveness. You exalt the Most High in His glory. With the same tongue, you bless the Most High. And we also do what?
Curse we men.
And we use the same tongue to do what?
Curse men.
Curse men. So is this acceptable in the eyes of the Most High? No.
Wow.
Read on.
It says, which are made after the similitude of the Most High.
That brother, that man, that person that's worthy of your love was made after the similitude of who?
Of the Most High.
So how can you bless the Most High, but you curse your brother? But you use the same tongue to do so. That's what's also absurdity. This man that you call your brother is made after the image of the Most High. But you can curse this individual while blessing the Most High. How does the Most High look at that? 1 John 4 and 20. How does the Most High view that?
Right.
Read that.
1 John 4 and verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High.
Yeah, because I praise the Most High, I praise the Lord, I bless the Lord. God bless you. I tell everybody, God bless you. I'm thankful. I pray over my food. I do all the salutations and the greetings. I shalom everybody around me. And I pray. I make sure I say my prayers. I'm saying prayers to the Most High. Read on.
If a man say, I love the Most High.
Read.
And hated his brother.
But I do what?
Hated his brother.
But I got a problem with my brother. I use the same tongue though to curse my brother out, to be agitated with my brother, to despise my brother. I use the same tongue, same mouth. Read on.
And hated his brother. He is a liar.
How does the Most High look at this?
A liar.
So there's many paradoxes that exist. But the Most High looks at, okay, you're just a liar then. You really don't love your brother. Or you really don't love the person the Most High put around you. You're lying. It's not true. It's true by name. It's a brother by name, so it is true. But how you look at him is untrue. How you look at him is not a brother, although you say he's a brother. How you talk to him is not a brother, is not brotherly, but you call him brother. He said, "This man is a what?"
A liar.
Read.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen?
That's impossible. That's how the Most High knows it's impossible. That's how the Most High knows that we're not genuine. How the Most High knows when we're insincere? Because the way we talk to each other. That's how the Most High knows that our love for Him is not sincere. Because the way we treat each other, the way we look at each other, that's how the Most High knows that we're full of crap. Because what we want to do is skip the people that the Most High put around me, that I owe love to, and go straight to the Most High, show the Most High I love Him. And it doesn't work that way. The Most High has put the people around us as a litmus test to determine if we love Him or not. Well, if you say you love the Most High, well, let me see how you talk to your wife. If you say you love the Most High, let me see how you treat your husband. If you say you love the Most High, let me see how you treat your brother. All these are determining factors that dictate and determine how you see the Most High. And that's what the Most High uses as a judgment to see whether you're sincere or what we're saying is just absurdity. If our words are just absurdity. That's how the Most High knows. Read on.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth the Most High, love his brother also.
And then they said, and this commandment we have from the Most High, that he that loves the Most High also loves who?
Brother.
His brother.
So everything from the beginning of the Bible to the end of the Bible is explaining to us how we should love one another. And one archetype stood out that didn't know how to love his brother, which is who? Cain. He was the first archetype of not knowing how to love his brother. He's the first archetype of what not to be, of how not to be. Let's go back to James chapter 3, verse 9 and 10.
Right. James chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, therewith bless we the Most High, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of the Most High. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be.
These things are unacceptable. It's unacceptable to the Most High when you got brothers around you and you talk to them and you look at them a certain way, and it's not built upon on love. It's built upon hate. It's built upon disgust, or is built upon revenge. He says these things ought not to be. This is unacceptable. For anybody that carries the word brother or the term or title brother, you should see them the same way you see the Most High. You should talk to them the same way that you would talk to the Most High. You should look at them the same way you would look at the Most High. Because that's exactly what the Most High is using to determine if you love them or not. To prove that, go to Ecclesiastes chapter 28. Start at verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 28, verse 1. He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord.
Why is that? Because you know what? Whose responsibility is it for vengeance?
The Most High.
Well, get that definition of revengeth.
Revenge.
Revengeth.
Revenge.
Revengeth.
Or revenge.
Or if it's an 1828.
Revenge.
What you got? Revenge. What else?
Revenge. I got right here. It says to inflict pain or injury in return for an injury received.
What else?
It says It says to inflict pain deliberately and maliciously,
Deliberately and maliciously. Go ahead.
contrary to the laws of justice and humanity, in return for injury, pain, or evil received, to wreak vengeance spitefully on one who injures or offends.
Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me get this real quick. I have to revenge and take satisfaction. And take satisfaction. Keep reading. Yeah.
It says the passion which is excited by an injury done or an affront given.
It says there's a passion that comes out of what? It's not just the passion is a pleasure. Some of us don't realize that we actually get a kick out of injuring the people around us, being injurious. There is a certain level of comfort, of satisfaction and pleasure and gratification that comes out of being evil. And the Most High said, when a person, he says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord. Read.
And he will surely keep his sins in remembrance.
It said the Most High will surely keep his sins in remembrance. If we get any kind of satisfaction out of doing somebody harm, the Most High said that he'll take that out on that individual. Is that a truth that some people, when you read historically, will take pleasure in injuring their brother? You can find it in Genesis chapter 32. Go to Genesis chapter 32. And get start at verse 41. I'm sorry, Genesis 27 and 41.
Genesis 27 and verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
It said what?
And Esau hated Jacob.
What was the nature of their relationship?
Hate.
Brothers. They were brothers. It said, but what existed between these brothers?
Hate.
Hate. But who hated who?
Esau hated Jacob.
And it's going to explain how he hated Jacob. It said Esau hated Jacob. Read on.
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Isn't that the same reason that Cain hated Abel? Because the blessing he was receiving that he didn't receive? Read on.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning.
He said what in his heart?
The days of mourning.
After all this crying, the ceremony, all the tears, all the mourning of our father. After the days of mourning, read on.
The days of mourning for my father at hand.
Read.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
He said, I'm going to go through the ceremony first. I'm going to let all this go. He says, then I'm going to do what?
Slay my brother Jacob.
What is he doing here in this verse? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. He wants to run away with the blessings?
Yes.
Okay, want to run away with the blessings. Correct, young man. Yes, sis. Say it again. He was plotting. And what we don't understand is, people hate on their amiable relationships. People that's supposed to be worthy of love. When you plot against them. Anytime you hold on to negative for too long, and you don't know how to let negative go, when you meditate on negative, when you plot that, you're doing the same thing that Cain did. You're doing the same thing that Esau did. When I don't know how to let the offenses that my brother goes, or any art or any situation that I have against him, when I don't know how to let it go, I ruminate on it, and it plays over and over in my mind, and I play with these thoughts. I'm liable to do the same thing that Cain is doing, that Esau did. Who has Ecclesiastes 28?
Myself.
Read verse 2.
Ecclesiastes chapter 28, verse 2. Forgive thy neighbor.
That's why it says do what?
Forgive thy neighbor.
That's why it says it's better to do what?
Forgive thy neighbor.
Versus meditating on hate.
Yeah, same out of the door.
Instead of plotting on somebody, give me the definition of recollection.
Recollection. In the 1828 was dictionary. It says the act of recalling to the memory.
It says the act of recalling to what?
To the memory.
There's a difference between recollecting and remembering. Remembering something is something that you forgot that just so happened to pop back up. Like say somebody offended you, but you forgot all about it. It's water off a duck's back. It's no big deal. I already forgot about it. Man, I already let that go a long time ago. Matter of fact, if you didn't say something about it, I would never brought it back up. Because that's old news. I forgot about it. I let that go. That's in the past. I don't even think about that anymore. I'm okay with whatever happened between us. I don't even think about the injury. I don't think about the fraudulent behavior. I don't think about the deceit. I let it go. And if somebody says something, then, oh, I forgot. That did happen. Oh, you're right. I was offended. Oh, that's right. I offended you. It's when you remember something, that's when it comes up unaware and you're not thinking about it. It just so happened to cross your thought process. But when you recollect something, there's a difference from recollecting something to remembering something. When you're recollecting something, that means you're keeping a score. You're keeping a tally. You're keeping a record. You're not letting it go.
Right.
What you gonna say?
No, recollect. It's you're collecting information. You're calling to tally.
Yes.
You're storing.
At the end of every day,
Yeah.
I'm going through the day thinking about how I was offended.
Oh yeah. The collector.
I'm going through the day thinking about who pissed me off.
Yeah.
And how am I going to get that person back? But read that again in verse 2.
Verse 2. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he had done unto thee.
It says, are we supposed to recollect the hurt that was done to us? Because that's what people do in life. All they keep doing is rethinking about whatever's bad that's happened to them in life.
That definition right here.
Hold on, I got you.
Oh, sorry.
That's what people do. All they do is they get on a cycle of everything that people have done wrong to me, what they said wrong to me, who stabbed me in the back, who've done all these things wrong, and all the bad that's happened. All I keep doing is playing it over and over in my mind. I don't let it go. It just stays in my mind. And when I have downtime, when I have free time, when I have space where there's nothing occupying my time,
Yeah.
all I'm doing is recollecting injury. All I do is I got a replay button in my head. I don't like how this person told me this today.
Ooh.
I don't like how this person was talking to me. I don't like their face that they made when they said it. I don't even know why I fooled with this person. All I'm doing is thinking about, replaying, recalling to mind every single offense. You know what? This week they did this. Last week they did that. Oh, they're on a roll now. Oh, I see what this is. I see exactly what this is. And tomorrow you probably gonna say something stupid. So I'm gonna be ready for you tomorrow.
I'm prepping myself.
I'm prepping myself for you because I already know. I already see how you behave. I already see how you are. So I gotta keep score.
Yeah.
That's not remembering. That's recollecting. That's a difference. Yes, sir.
It says recollection requires voluntary effort.
It says what?
Recollection requires voluntary effort.
So what does it take to recollect?
Voluntary effort.
It takes effort to recollect. That means I got to sit back and I got to contemplate. I got to think about who did me dirty.
So
Yes, sir.
It's a commitment.
you're keeping a journal.
Yes.
I'm writing this down.
Either I write it
That
down.
way I don't forget it.
Either I write it down or I'm keeping score in my mind.
Don't let nothing slide.
I don't let nothing slide. Yes, sir.
It's like this. Oh, this person is that mad to you. Okay, you know that.
Let me do what?
Like, this person is this to you, this way.
Let me write that down. Let me note that down. That's exactly what it means to recollect. That means you don't let nothing go. You don't let no pain go. You don't let no injury go. You don't let no issue that you have with somebody go. You don't let any bad memories go. You hold on to all bad memories, all bad feelings, all bad words. You hold on to everything.
Yeah.
When the Bible is telling us to do what? In verse 2.
Verse 2, forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he has done unto thee.
It said, go ahead.
So shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest.
And guess what? The Most High won't recollect your mistakes. When you learn how to stop recollecting other people's mistakes or injuries or bad things that's happened to you. What makes people sour or what makes them bastards in the mind frame is they don't stop recollecting pain. They don't stop recollecting injury. Or somebody hurt my feelings. All they do is think about it over and over. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. Man, let that go. Why are you holding on to foolishness that doesn't do you any good?
That retards your growth.
Yes. What you got? It does. Very much so.
No, it says it is the mental effort.
Is what?
It is the mental effort you use to search for and retrieve a specific piece of information from your past.
Man. So where do people go wrong in life? Read that definition again.
It says it is the recollection is the mental effort you use to search for and retrieve a specific piece of information from your past.
So, what could I have done with all that brain power?
Wow.
What could I do with all the brain power that I used in recalling the past? What could I use? What could I do with that brain power? You could forgive and let it go and move on to something else. People don't know how to let go. People don't know how to move on in life. They don't know how to forgive people the things that's happened to them or how people have injured them. All I do is sit back and I use the brain, whatever brain cell count we got left that hasn't been destroyed already. We sit back and we think about everything that everybody's done or said to us that made me feel a certain way. Yes, sir.
Got a definition to it, point out.
What you got?
It says reminiscence. It says a recollection of past incidents, events, or conditions.
It says it's a recollection of what?
It says a recollection of past incidents, events, or conditions.
Who had that Genesis 27?
I did.
Read that one more time.
Genesis 27 in verse 41, correct?
Yeah, 41.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart.
He said what?
Esau said in his heart.
What was Esau doing in his heart? He was recollecting. What was Esau recollecting? Read.
The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother.
He said, then I'm going to do what?
Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
And not only was he didn't let it go.
He already committed to the idea. This is what I'm going to do. He didn't give place or opportunity for forgiveness. He already made the decision. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to handle this myself.
Man, he said, this is what I'm going to do. And he recollected on it so strongly. Read on.
Verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
And these words of Esau,
It said, these words of Esau, read on.
her elder son,
Go ahead.
were told to Rebekah.
He said he recollected on these words so strong that he brought these recollections out to who?
To his mother.
To his mother. These recollections were so strong in this man's mind, I refuse to let this go. I refuse to let injury go. I refuse to let my pain go. I refuse to let offense go so much that Esau came out with it and told his mother, this is what I'm going to do to my brother. He couldn't hold it in no more. That's how strong this negative spirit is, to not knowing to let something go. You don't know how to let stuff go? That's how strong this spirit is. He was so bold in this recollection that he told his mother, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him when the funeral is over. When all the funeral and all that, all the burial is over, all the mourning is over, I'm going to kill him. Think about this. There's a difference from recollecting, and there's a difference from remembering. So the answer to that is to not be a bastard is to learn how to forgive. Because Cain made himself a bastard, but also Esau made himself a what?
Bastard.
He made himself a bastard. The Bible in Hebrews called him a fornicator, a profane person, as Esau.
A profane person, meaning secular, of not dealing with the holy things.
Rejected.
Rejected.
You know what why the Most High would reject us? It's off the things that we keep recollecting, and we don't want to let go.
Yeah. Because these recollections become your obsessions.
Yeah, and passions.
Yeah, these are passions and obsessions that you can't let go. And you know it's a passion obsession because of how intense they are and how much effort and will they put into maintaining the offenses and the fresh resentment from those events.
Look how much energy I put into it.
They almost can picture perfectly recall and reclaim every situation, detail for detail.
You did this on Tuesday.
Exactly.
At 1:30.
Yep.
I was here in the kitchen. You said this to me.
Yep.
You did that to me.
Yep.
But think about the brain power that it takes and the energy that it takes to sit back and meditate on evil. Read on in that. Finish that.
Done. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself.
He said he does what?
Comfort himself.
He gets satisfaction out of what?
Purposing to kill thee.
Purposing to what?
Purposing to kill thee.
People actually get comfort and satisfaction out of recollecting. Why would a person get some satisfaction or comfort out of recalling all the bad things that people do to them? Yes, sir.
Because they've been through so much that they can't forgive their lives.
He said, because you said that this is mouth of a 10-year-old now. He said because they've been through so much that they can't do what?
They can't forgive.
That they can't forgive.
It's like, say in the past, a year ago, this and this happened to you. You're like, okay, I can't trust nobody, can't do anything no more.
I can't trust nobody no more.
They're becoming bitter. Kids know.
Man, there's a kid, there's a 10-year-old talking. You still 10? There's a 10-year-old talking.
Adults will argue for like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. And this is why he says Esau, he said he was planning to comfort himself. That means I get a little bit of satisfaction out of spending time thinking about how people offend me.
You think about retribution?
What I'm finna do?
Because I think about revenge.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm finna even the score.
Yeah.
I'm getting mine.
Yes, sir.
When we don't forgive and we don't know how to let them go, we become like that man that his debt got forgiven. When you see that guy that owed him his debt, he's like, nah, I gotta get mine.
Yep.
Because he was recollecting, he still owes me.
You still owe me.
So I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get what's needed.
Yep. Think about that. Yes. How or a person may say, like the young man said, I've been through so much, I can't let go.
Yeah.
I can't forget. I can't let this slide. When what I'm not realizing that I'm doing, I'm making myself a bastard with this mentality. That's why I said in Ecclesiastes 28. I think you had that on mind. Read verse 4.
Verse 4.
Read 4 through 7.
Ecclesiastes 28, verse 4. He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself.
Because this person is supposed to be my what? My brother.
Right.
It's supposed to be my wife. It's supposed to be my husband. It's supposed to be my sister. Read.
And did he ask forgiveness of his own sins?
And how the Most High look at you when you can't let stuff go for what people do to you, but you want the Most High to let you slide for the things that you do wrong.
That's the game people play.
Yeah.
They play that game of they want complete retribution for other people's offenses and infractions. When it comes to their retribution and their issues and their problems, it's
I want a clean slate.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much. That's why I want to
Or you should let that go.
You should let that go.
Why are you still talking about that?
Okay?
Go ahead.
That's why I want to pull that scripture, Mark 4 and 24.
Go ahead. That's
on that
fine.
same point. Mark 4 and 24.
Mark chapter 4 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
It says, and he said unto them, take heed what ye hear.
Hey, take heed. Be very heedful of what you hear. Pay attention to what you hear. Read.
With what measure ye meet.
Because you're hearing something, and once you hear it and commit your mind to it, there's going to be actions or a course that comes from you receiving these words. Read. Read that point one more time.
Right. It says, take heed what ye hear. With what measure ye meet.
What measure you meet. Because you're hearing these words, you start to make judgments and measures. And now you're choosing different options. And what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to, and this happens next time, I'm starting to measure and judge and organize a defense strategy or an attack strategy based off of me hearing words.
Or even the score.
Or even the score. Read.
Right. Take heed what ye shall hear. With what measure ye meet.
How you take it. How you take these offenses. And what you do in response to these offenses. Read.
It shall be measured to you.
Because you're going to be judged by how you respond to these people.
Yep.
How people operate with you and your response to them. How people talk to you and your posture after they talk to you. You go into this posture of the lawyer and you start to collect these files of why you should hate your the son of the Most High, that Most High, the brother that Christ gave you, or I should hate the wife that Christ gave you, or I should hate the church member that Christ gave you, or the people that Christ gave you. Start to collect these files to be at enmity with them, to debate in the mind. Read.
It says, it shall be measured to you.
Okay, Moses, cool. However you operate and however you judge and you deal and how you conduct yourself with the quote-unquote offenders of you, I'm going to deal with you the same way you deal with them.
Yes.
So you're actually creating, you want to kill people and I'm going to kill you. You want to lie about people, I'm going to lie about you. I'm going to have people slander you. That's a better way.
Yeah, slander, yeah.
I'm going to have people slander you. You want to be, you want to let people down and not be committed to them. Then when you need help, there will be no hands to help you. And no one's going to be committed to you. Whatever measure that you meet, it should be measured to you again. You're going to get the same thing you give to others. So how you respond to people, so the Father's going to have people respond to you. Read.
It says, and unto you that hear shall be more be given.
But to you that hear shall be more what?
Given.
Shall be more given. If you're actually taking heed, then I'll give you more responsibility and give you more wisdom. But if you know better, you get dealt with worse too. It goes both ways. For that servant that knew not his master's will, he should be beaten with what? Few stripes. So for those that didn't know that they shouldn't be recollectors, you might get few stripes. After this class, you're going to get many stripes.
Yeah,
because you know now that this is offensive to God.
Yes. Because you know recollecting on evil is how you make yourself a bastard.
You might not have thought, in the beginning you might have thought, this is my personality. It's just who I am. I got a good memory.
Yeah.
I don't let someone forget nothing. But now you see how God's responding to this way of thinking. It's offensive to him.
Right. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. I got you, young man. 1 second. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14.
Proverbs 4 and 14.
Read that.
Proverbs 4 and 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked.
That's why the Most High says, enter not in the path of the wicked.
Yeah.
Read.
And go not in the way of evil men.
It says, and go not in the way of evil men. Evil men have a way of thinking. They have a way of doing things. They have a way of operating. They have a way of looking at things. He says, do not adopt the method or the ways of evil men. What do evil men do? Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. For they sleep not,
It says, evil men don't even sleep. Read on.
except they have done mischief.
It says, except they have what?
Done mischief.
It said they don't even rest except they have done mischief. Read on.
And their sleep is taken away.
And they're not pacified, satisfied, or like Cain, like Esau said, I need to comfort myself. Or they don't comfort themselves. Read on.
Lest they cause some to fall.
Unless they call some to what?
Lest they cause some to fall.
So why won't a wicked person rest? What will they stay up all day doing?
I'm trying to make somebody
Say it again. Recollecting. Reminiscing. Meditating. This is why wicked people don't sleep. They can't sleep. Because all they keep doing is thinking about what has gone wrong to me, who did me wrong in my life.
How dare these people?
And that's why I don't get good sleep. Because I got to think about the payback. I got to think about getting even. I got to think about how to articulate the words that I'm going to say next time I see this person.
That's crazy. That's a real thing, though.
Yeah. I gotta formulate my words or my behavior.
You're in a warring posture with people that Christ told are supposed to be your brother.
You're supposed to
People you love.
You're supposed to let stuff go.
Yeah.
But we stay offended at people for a long period of time.
I'm always in a warring posture with people Christ gave me to serve and to love, which means that I don't operate in the spirit of love like these are my sons. These are the, how you know about my disciples? By the ones what?
By the love that they
By
have.
the love they have one for another. These are my disciples. So if I don't operate in the same disciple-like love, then I'm obviously a bastard. And that's why I'm in the position. I make myself a bastard because I'm always in the posture of war, not the posture of love.
I'm always in a posture of not forgiving
Yeah.
and not letting go. I take effort to think about the things that's been done wrong to me, and I spend my time recalling the injury to mind. I keep festering on the injuries.
And hyping myself up.
Yeah.
Because you keep them all day, you start hyping yourself up to be like something just happened to you. That was 6 months ago. That was a year ago.
But it's fresh to them.
It's
Why is it fresh? Why is it so fresh to them?
because they've been
recollect.
Because they've been recollecting on it. For the things that you would think somebody would have let go from by way of just time alone, no, it's fresh on their tongue. It's fresh in their eyes.
yeah.
It's at the
Voluntary.
it's at the forefront of their mind. I don't forget.
Could you still
Yes,
live
sir.
for retribution?
We got Psalms 127 too.
Read it.
Right. Psalms chapter 127 and verse 2. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so he giveth his beloved sleep.
It said, for so he giveth his beloved what?
He giveth his beloved sleep.
You know why he give them sleep? Because they're not sitting up recollecting on evil.
Exactly.
That's why they can sleep. They're not spending their brain power thinking about who offended them and who owes them. Yes, sir.
At this, so, what's it called? So, parental because they got into so much.
You gotta speak up a little bit.
Yeah, they got hurt so much time. At this point, like what's the thing? Viewpoint of view, he pretty much like had just full on just like Bibles and books and just notes what he could have done.
Right, he's collected stories and situations and events, and he replays it over and over and over in his mind, or she replays it over and over in her mind, and she don't know how to let things go. And this contaminates a person. Mark chapter 7, read verse 20.
Mark chapter 7, verse 20. And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man.
It says the things that people meditate upon, that's what actually defiles them. It's not the injury that happens to you that makes you defiled, because you have a choice on how to respond to injury. You have a choice on how to respond to pain. You have a choice on how to respond to suffering. You have a choice on how to respond to being offended. So it's not the world around you that defiles you. It's how you respond to the world.
Yes. Paul said that too. He said, I take pleasure in reproaches and infirmities.
Yeah.
Meaning it was an action that he had to take on. He had to find the right perspective from the circumstance.
He took pleasure in it because he understood that the servant is not greater than his master.
Yeah.
And so if Christ had to go through it, of course, he didn't mind going through it. But it's a perspective. We have a choice on how we look at what things that go wrong in our life. How long we choose to even hold on to it. Read.
God. Verse 21. For from within.
It says, for from within. Read on.
Out of the heart of men.
Out of the mind of men.
Proceed evil thoughts.
Proceed what?
Evil thoughts.
What have you been doing with those evil thoughts? You've been sitting around recollecting, meditating. He said, out of the heart of men proceed what?
Evil thoughts.
What else?
Adulteries.
What else?
Fornications.
What else?
Murders.
What else?
Thefts.
What else?
Covetousness.
What else?
Wickedness.
What else?
Deceit.
What else?
Lasciviousness.
What else?
An evil eye.
What else?
Blasphemy.
What else?
Pride.
What else?
Foolishness.
What else?
All these evil things come from within.
And they come from within when people do what? They sit around and they recollect these things. All these things come from recollection. This comes from meditation. It comes from where I spend my energy at, my mental energy. You can either learn how to let stuff go and be at peace, or you could choose to be a bastard in the eyes of the Most High and hold on to all these things, all this foolishness that you spend your time thinking about. That's why the scripture in Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 says what? Read Philippians 4 and 8.
Like what thoughts are entertaining?
Yes.
Philippians chapter 4 verse 8.
Eating.
It says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
It says spend your time thinking upon the things that are pure. Spend your time thinking about the things that are honest. Spend your time thinking about things that are just. Spend your time thinking about things that are virtuous.
Yeah.
Spend your time thinking about things that are positive. I got you.
That's what you're supposed to recollect.
That's what you're supposed to be recollecting.
If you're a son of God or a daughter of Zion.
When you're a son of God, if you're a son of God, that's what you choose to hold on to. All the positive, all the good. All things that are just, all things that are fair. All things that are righteous.
That's supposed to be the recollection.
That's supposed to be the recollection.
That's what it was like yesterday. Like you should be like, God just blessed me.
Yeah.
It's like it should be that vivid in your mind. Or that class that you had that was good for your spirit should be that vivid in your mind. Or that counsel and advice that was in that instruction you were given, that hearty counsel that uplifted your spirit should be just as fresh in your mind as it would be if you were recalling an argument with somebody.
Yes.
And in the front.
And yes, and an offense.
That's crazy.
It should be that. It should be that. It should be that present in the forefront of the mind.
That's crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
What scripture?
Read it again.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. It says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
He says, do what?
Think on these things.
It says that's where the mind should be at. Too many times people spend whatever brain power they have thinking about the wrong things that people do.
They burn it up.
Yes, sir.
This means we're capable of doing it.
Yes, it means we
A lot
can do
of
it.
times we say that we're slaves to our negative thoughts. I don't know how to stop thinking like this. It just, you got to start. It just takes the exercise.
Yep.
It just takes the practice of doing it. It can be done.
It can be done. You know where? You know how it's done? It comes from tutors and governors. It comes from. That's why David said, "Let the righteous do what? Smite me." It should be a what?
Kindness.
Let somebody steer my mind right, because obviously my mind goes crooked.
Yeah.
My mind goes a certain way that deviates. So let the Most High put tutors and governors and stripes, and let him put correctors and individuals to reprove me, to get me back on track. Right. Finish this right here. I said we're going to finish class quick because we got a big day tomorrow. Finish this right here. It says, and are not those young men.
And are not those young men who have been accounted especially worthy of that natural superintendence and government.
It says we have a natural superintendence and government. Somebody we was in Mark chapter 7, right? Somebody get verse 20, get verse 10. He says, and are not those young men who have been accounted especially worthy of that natural superintendence. I got you, hold on a second. That natural superintendence and government. Go ahead.
Which those who are parents exercise over their
it says,
children.
Who is the natural superintendence and government? Your who?
Parents, right?
Your parents. The first governors, the first superintendents that the Most High gives you is your what?
Parents.
Is your parents. Those are the first governors. Those are the first superintendents that the Most High gives you. So the Most High is judging a man even on how he talks to his parents.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that scripture.
It's in Philo. It was just the second half
Oh.
of what you already have it written down. He says your first superintendents and your first governance is your parents. The Most High is judging you as a man based upon how you look at your parents. Your mother and your father. They were your first superintendents. Give me that Mark 7 and 10. Whoever had it.
Mark chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, for Moses said, honor thy father and thy mother.
What did Moses say?
Honor thy father and thy mother.
So if I don't even honor my parents correctly, I also make myself a bastard. Because I don't know how to honor my first governance and my first superintendents. And Philo said that it is an especially worthy. You should account yourself especially worthy of that natural superintendence and governance, which those who are parents exercise over their children. I should look at my parents like it's an honor that I even have parents. I should be appreciative. It's a privilege. I am privileged and I am blessed to have both my parents in my life, or to have had both parents in your life. I should look at that as a privilege. The Most High is judging us even on how we look at our parents. He said, Moses said what?
It says, honor thy father and thy mother.
Read.
And whoso curseth father or mother.
But I use that same tongue that I bless the Most High with, but I have the audacity to curse who?
father or mother.
Read on.
Let him die the death.
Let him die the death. Let him be cut off. Let him be a throwaway.
Yeah. Let him be a bastard.
Let him be a bastard.
Because he operates in the spirit of Cain anyway.
Because you can't even pay honor to your first governance, to your first superintendents.
Wow.
When you should look at them like a privilege. Like man, I'm glad I got somebody over me. Remember, David said he prayed that the Most High give him somebody, the righteous, to smite him, keep him in order, keep him in check. Finish that though yet?
It says, those who are parents exercise over their children. More fortunate.
He said more what?
More fortunate.
If I got parents, I should be looked at in life as more what?
Fortunate.
Man, you should look at your parents as more fortunate. Read on.
And better than those who have had no such protectors.
And if I'm a child, I should be looking at my parents, man. And I should be thinking like, man, I'm fortunate and I'm blessed to have protectors over me. This is a blessing. This is a blessing, man. The Most High really loves me because he gave me parents.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere in a crooked man's mind, or shall we say somewhere in a bastard mind, I think I can disrespect and dishonor my parents. Somewhere in a bastard mind.
It's a bastard's mentality.
It's the paradox of a bastard's life. I have the audacity to curse my parents. Yes, sir.
Right. So you're like, oh, I wish I was all alone and
I wish I was alone.
Yeah, I wish I was out of the house already.
I wish I was by myself.
Yes.
I wish I could get past somebody telling me what to do. I'm tired of them telling me what to do.
Tired of that.
Yeah. Read that again.
This is right here. It says, and they have such natural protectors that they not receive guardians as governors in a secondary rank, who are accustomed to be appointed over them out of pity for their orphan state, to fill the place of parents to them in all things.
Read that part again. It says, and if they not have such natural protectors.
I'll say it again. And if they not have such natural protectors.
Meaning, if I didn't have my parents.
Yeah.
If I didn't grow up with both my mother and my father. First of all, I should look at having my parents as an honor.
Yeah.
Man, it's an honor to even have both parents. If I don't have both parents, then I still should look at it as the Most High has blessed me. If I didn't have both my natural parents, that the Most High still gave me spiritual parents, spiritual teachers, spiritual fathers, spiritual mothers. Read on.
Do they not receive guardians as governors in a secondary rank?
So shouldn't I look at my teachers, my governors, my elders, the people, my brothers and sisters around me, as the Most High giving me still some form of protection?
Yeah.
Right, because the Most High is using them to keep you out of harm's way. They're giving you some kind of instruction, so you ain't got to figure it out the hard way on your own.
So you're not subject to ruin.
Yeah, so you don't have to go through life guessing and trial and error and failing constantly, trying to figure out a way to make things better. You've already been given a path and a direction, so you don't have to live your life trying to figure it out on your own. Put it all together yourself. You hear about all these stories, the tragic circumstances people deal with, and the traumas they go through because they didn't have a guide and they have someone giving them instruction. No one was there to tell me how to live. No one was there to lead me and teach me how to do this. And this is the result of my life.
Yeah. You know, you know what? But that's another form of being thankful and appreciative. Finish that?
Who are accustomed to be appointed over them out of pity for their orphan state.
Yeah, that's if I didn't have my natural parents. Read on.
To fill the place of parents to them.
So I still should look at the brothers the Most High put around me as still an honor and still as a blessing, man. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate to have people around me that care enough about me to check me
Yeah. Care enough to show me which way to, how to make a better decision.
when I'm off.
Yeah.
Steer me in the right direction. Leave me with no balance in life. Finish that?
Parents, to them in all things that are expedient.
In all things that are what?
Expedient.
In all things that are expedient.
Because the world can be cold. Because a lot of people say, you know what, he's going to have to just figure that out on his own.
Yeah.
It's life.
The Most High could just leave you that way.
Exactly. It's cold. It's hard.
Sometimes we don't understand what life is like when the Most High allows us to, when He hides His face from us.
It's like we got to experience it. And then come back and say, you know what, I should have listened.
Yeah. Or I'm more appreciative now.
In hindsight. It's always in hindsight.
Right. So, one more verse, and we're going to finish it up. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28 through 33. No, it's a short class, but it is what it is.
Ephesians.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28 through 33.
Ephesians 5 and verse 28. So ought men to love their
It
wives
says, so ought men to love their wives. Read on.
as their own body.
So when you got a brother, you should love a brother as your own body. If you got a sister, you should love your sister as your own body. Husbands, if you got a wife, you should love your wives as your own body. Read.
So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
These titles have amiable. They come with amiable conditions, meaning your brothers are worthy of your love, your sisters are worthy of your love, your wives are worthy of your love, your husbands are worthy of their love. Whoever you got around you, they're worthy of your love, and you should look at them like yourself. Read on.
He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
And that's how the Most High know you love yourself, because you love your wife. Read on.
For no man ever yet hated his own flesh.
It says, because what the Most High does is, what we may not understand it is, the Most High is looking at us as one, as a unit, as a pair, as a couple. The Most High is looking at us as a unit, as a body. Read on.
But nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord, the church.
He says, even as the Lord what?
The church.
I have a responsibility to nourish and teach. Nourish and comfort and teach my wife. Read on.
For we are members of his body.
Because we're members of what?
His body.
So how does the Most High know? We read it in 1 John 4 and 20. How do we know that how does the Most High know that we love Him? By how we love our brother. How does Christ know that we love Him? By how we love our wives. Salaki.
We like it to ourselves.
Yeah, when we treat them like ourselves. But what men will do is put more emphasis into themselves, put more care and concern into themselves, and neglect the wife. And that's how Christ can know. Oh, you're neglecting the body of Christ, because you put more care and concern into you than you do your wife. There's an imbalance there. Mm-hmm. Read on.
For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones.
Read on.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
And they two shall be one flesh. Read down to 33.
This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself.
It says, let every one of you so love his wife, even as what?
Himself.
Read.
And the wife see that.
And the wife also has responsibility.
And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
And just like the husband has a duty, the wife has a duty too. The wife has a duty to show what? Reverence. What is reverence? Respect. So for the man, a wife requires investment.
Yes.
For a wife, the Most High requires respect. And if a husband can invest, and a wife can respect, then they can be unified in the body of Christ. And with that, we're going to say shalom. We'll catch you on Friday. Dawiya's got Friday. And the water for hanging with us in class. And we'll see you again on Friday. Shalom. Shalom, everybody.